Hey travelers! We recently visited Istanbul, Turkey, which was beautiful, but as much research as I did, there were a few things that people just did not mention, so here they go. So right off the bat, you want to be able to use your debit and credit card, and after so much research, I found it would not be an issue. That was partially true. What ended up happening is our card would decline, and we couldn't really figure out why until about day 2 or 3, and we realized that every time they inserted our card to use the chip reader, it declined. When they tapped it, everything was fine. Don't know why. Number 2 is getting a taxi. At the airport, everything's fine. Plenty of taxis to choose from. We jump in the first one and it's all awesome, except for when we get to those twisty-turny roads that are 1,000 years old by our hotel. We made the mistake of getting into a van taxi, nice and clean, but he could not make those turns. They had to actually drop us off about 2 or 3 blocks away from our hotel. Poor guy tried as hard as he could, and there was no way it was happening. Number 3 were ATMs. Now, you can see an ATM all over the place there, but we have to remember that an ATM means automated teller machine, not cash machine. So what I found is that some of those ATMs took money and converted it and gave you back money, but not all of them gave you money. And then on top of that, you had the issue of finding ones that had English in them. We bumped into other people from other countries that had the same issue looking for English and could not find it. The same exact thing applies to the ferry ticket machine. We had to actually convert that one into English word by word, so it took us an eternity to buy our tickets. Number 4 is buying a subway ticket. In Istanbul, there are a few things. Number 1, the machine does not take a credit or debit card. Number 2, it takes cash only, but only up to $20 cash, or 20 lira, I should say. If you go to the ATM, which is right there in the subway station, and you try to take out $100, that machine is actually going to give you $100 lira, and then you can't use it at the subway to buy your actual ticket. Drives you crazy. So then you have to go and run around and try to get change. So just keep that in mind. Have a 20 lira available, and don't expect to use your debit or credit card to buy your subway tickets. And number 5, when you're buying things on the street, or maybe like even in a jewelry shop or at the bazaar, make sure you understand what currency they're speaking in. Some of them would actually speak in lira, and then the other one would speak in euros, and the other would speak in USD after they've asked you where you're from. One person say it's 7,500, but then it's lira. And then another person say, oh, it's 22, but then it's euro. So make sure you ask. So happy travels. I now know these things, and I will never make these mistakes again.